If there is one brutal truth about life that most people never fully accept, it is this. Almost every social problem you have exists because you are not bold enough. Not because you are unlucky. Not because you lack talent. Not because people are against you. But because at some point in your life, fear taught you to stay small, stay quiet, and stay within invisible lines that were never real to begin with. And the moment you break those lines, everything changes. This video is not about confidence in the way you've heard it 1,000 times before. I'm not here to teach you how to introduce yourself politely, how to speak louder, or how to fake charisma. I'm here to talk about something much deeper, much darker, and much more powerful. I'm here to talk about extreme boldness, the kind that rewires how people see you, how you see yourself, and how life responds to you. I'm talking about a level of boldness where your nervous system stops asking for permission. Where you no longer negotiate with fear. Where you walk through the world knowing that whatever happens, you will be fine. The kind of boldness that makes people pause when you enter a room, not because you demand attention, but because your presence already does. And let me be very clear from the start. This is not about being reckless, loud, or stupid. This is about power, psychological power, social dominance, inner authority, the kind that doesn't need approval to exist. By the end of this video, your understanding of boldness will be completely different. You will no longer see it as something dangerous or irresponsible. You will see it for what it truly is, a survival advantage, hardwired into human psychology, waiting to be activated. So welcome to the Social Skills series. And let's start with a question that changes everything. Why boldness? If we strip modern society down to its roots, long before rules, laws, and social media, humans lived in tribes. And inside those tribes, there was one unspoken truth that decided everything: the bold man led. Not necessarily the biggest, not always the smartest, but the one who acted without hesitation, the one who moved first, the one who spoke without fear. Boldness was interpreted as strength, because only someone who believed in their own survival would dare to act freely. And even though thousands of years have passed, this ancient perception has not disappeared. It lives inside us, quietly shaping how we judge people without even realizing it. Put 10 people in a room. Let them sit, talk, joke. And then let one person suddenly do something unexpected, something confident, spontaneous, and unapologetic. Instantly, the energy in the room shifts. Eyes move toward that person. Attention sharpens. Authority forms. This is not magic. This is biology. And here's a rule I want you to remember for the rest of your life, because it explains almost every social interaction you will ever have. People don't treat you based on who you are. They treat you based on how you behave. When you move like someone who trusts themselves, people assume you are trustworthy. When you act like someone who knows where they're going, people follow. When you hesitate, explain, or shrink, people sense weakness, even if they can't explain why. And this is why boldness is a cheat code. Not because it makes you loud, but because it makes you certain. And certainty is the rarest energy in the modern world. Once you truly understand this, your entire life begins to shift. Because you stop waiting to be chosen. You choose yourself first. Now let's talk about what boldness actually is. From a psychological perspective, a bold action is very simple. It is any action where the outcome is uncertain and carries emotional risk. There are only two possible results: reward or punishment. You speak up, you might be respected, or you might be ignored. You approach someone, you might connect, or you might be rejected. You express yourself honestly, you might be admired or misunderstood. Most people avoid boldness because they are not afraid of failure. They are afraid of punishment. And in social life, punishment has a name. Embarrassment. Embarrassment is the invisible wall that controls human behavior. It is the reason people stay silent when they want to speak. The reason they laugh at jokes they don't find funny. The reason they tolerate disrespect. The reason they live half-lives. So if you want to become truly bold, embarrassment must lose its power over you. But here's the part no one tells you. Embarrassment has nothing to do with people. When you do something socially risky and feel embarrassed, your body releases stress hormones. Adrenaline, cortisol, these chemicals create heat, tension, and self-consciousness. And your brain mislabels this sensation as, people judging me. But people are not the source. If those same hormones were released while you were completely alone, you would still feel uncomfortable. Which means embarrassment is not social, it is biological. And this is where most people get it wrong. They think they fear people. They don't. They fear a feeling. Let me put it another way. If a small child laughed at you, would you feel embarrassed? No, because their opinion holds no weight in your internal hierarchy. The emotion only appears when the brain assigns value to an observer. Which brings us to a critical realization. Embarrassment only exists when you give someone power over how you see yourself. Now here's a question people ask all the time. Why can one person do something crazy, strange, or unexpected and not feel embarrassed, while another person feels crushed doing the same thing? The answer is simple and uncomfortable. People don't react to what you do. They react to how you react to what you do. Imagine two people walking down the street. Both slip and fall. Same situation. Same observers. The first person freezes, turns red, looks around nervously, and tries to escape the moment. The crowd laughs, not because he fell, but because his reaction signaled shame. The second person falls, stands up, laughs at themselves, maybe even bows jokingly. The crowd laughs with him. The moment becomes light, human, even charming. The event didn't change, the frame did. And this principle applies everywhere. When you break social expectations, people look to you for cues on how to interpret it. Your body language, facial expression, tone. These decide whether you are seen as confident or awkward, powerful or weak. This is why boldness is not about what you do. It's about the energy you carry while doing it. And energy always starts in the body. Your body is not responding to the world. The world is responding to your body. When you shrink, your brain assumes danger. When you open up, chest lifted, head high, relaxed breath, your nervous system receives a different message. Safety, control, presence. This is why something as simple as smiling can instantly reduce embarrassment. Not because it convinces others, but because it convinces you. Your physiology leads your psychology. So the first step to boldness is not action. It's removing punishment. It's training your body to stay open under pressure instead of collapsing. But boldness doesn't stop there. Because removing fear only creates neutrality. To become bold, you need a reward. And here's the paradox most people never understand. The moment you stop caring about how someone perceives you is the moment they start feeling your presence. On a date, people think attraction comes from saying the right thing, behaving correctly, fitting into expectations. In reality, attraction comes from emotional impact. A predictable interaction leaves no imprint. A tense, unexpected, emotionally charged moment does. Humans judge strength by observing behavior under pressure, not comfort. Someone who remains relaxed, playful, and grounded when things go wrong signals inner stability. And inner stability is irresistible. This is why bold people are memorable. Not because they are perfect, but because they are real under stress. Now let's talk about the mindset that unlocks all of this. This mindset is uncomfortable at first, but once adopted, it changes everything. You must start seeing most people as background characters. Not in a disrespectful way. In a realistic way. Every day, you pass hundreds of people who are completely absorbed in their own internal dialogue. Their fears, their insecurities, their self-doubt. They are not watching you. They are barely managing themselves. The idea that everyone is analyzing you is an illusion created by self-focus. When you realize this, something breaks inside you, in a good way. You stop performing. You stop auditioning. You stop asking silently, "Is this okay?" And you start moving as if life is responding to you, not judging you. This is where real boldness is born. Boldness is not loud, it is permissionless. You don't wait to feel ready. You act, and readiness follows. You don't wait for fear to disappear. You move while it's there. And every time you do, you send a message to your subconscious. I am safe even when I act. This is how identity changes. Not through affirmations. Not through thinking. But through repeated action under discomfort. You speak when your voice shakes. You hold eye contact when your instinct says look away. You express truth even when your heart races. And slowly, fear loses authority. One day you wake up and realize something terrifying and liberating. Nothing bad happens when you stop hiding. This is what most people never reach. They spend their lives avoiding discomfort, and in doing so, they avoid power. But you now know better. Boldness is not a tool you pick up when needed. It is an operating system. A way of existing. When pressure excites you instead of paralyzing you, you become dangerous, not to others, but to limitation. And when you stop trying to control how people feel about you, you gain control over how you feel about yourself. That is real freedom. If you're still here, still listening, it means something inside you is waking up. And for that, I respect you. This was the Grandma's wise advice. I'll see you in the next one.